Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Monday's practice. So happy and excited to have you guys here. So in today's practice, I actually received a special request from my mom on how to deal with bloating. So today we're gonna do a class that's centered on bloating, but also our theme going through the series of the Niyamas. Today we're on self-study. So this is a perfect time to actually observe your body, learn where you're feeling bloated, if you're feeling bloated, what's happening in the whole intestinal region of the body. So whenever we feel scared or fearful, usually our blood rushes to our arms and legs and it leaves the midline region because it stops digesting and it's focused on running. It's giving blood to your arms and legs so that you can run faster or deal with whatever situation is coming up in your brain, which is usually a fear of some kind, but usually fears these days have to do with like putting on a presentation or meeting someone or telling someone that you love them. Like these are things that we really deal with in terms of fear. But really our bodies are safe. Like we don't need to worry about it. So really what we need to do is to kind of reassure our bodies to be like, hey, you're physically okay, you're not gonna die if you tell this person that you love them. But you know, we can like regulate our emotions, right, through our breath. So one of the things that we're going to do today is also really learn how to actually switch from breath being in your arms and your legs, which means that you'll be inhaling a lot more, to taking the blood back into your intestinal region, which is the sympathetic nervous system, and to really calm it down. Okay. So we're going to start our classes as per usual with a prayer. So sit in a comfortable position, hands on your knees, and shift your weight onto your sit bones. Today's class, we're mostly just going to be lying on the ground. So only one angle is really necessary at this point, I think. So we're just going to be focusing on, no props needed for this. And yeah, let's begin. So closing your eyes, begin focusing on your breath. You can remove the cushy area on your sit bones so that your sit bones are lying more anchored on the ground. And begin focusing on your breath. Do a quick scan from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Rely upon God, trust in Him, praise Him and call Him continually to mind. He verily turneth trouble into ease, sorrow into solace, and toil into utter peace. He verily hath dominion Rely upon God, trust in Him, praise Him and call Him continually to mind. He verily turneth trouble into ease, sorrow into solace, and toil into water peace. He verily a dominion over all things. He verily a dominion over all things. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your palm of your hands in front of your chest and begin rubbing them vigorously as to generate some heat. Whenever you're ready, cupping your eyes. And in the palm of your hands, blink open your eyes. And then adjust to the light that are shining in the palm of your hands in the crevices, and then open the palm of your hands a little bit more and blink some more. And then whenever you're ready and adjusted to the light, you can bring your hands down. All right. So, yay, we're excited. So we're going to start with a breathing practice so that we really make sure our breath, everything is in our stomachs. So this episode or show, what am I saying? This YouTube video is about really learning how to actually be better at relieving our bowel movements. Okay, so when you're on the can, when you're on the toilet, this is actually a practice that you can do when you're feeling a little bit constipated or you just want to kind of help things move along, is to do a breathing practice on your belly, like a belly breath. So I'm going to do this lying down, but this is something that you'll be able to do sitting on the can as well. Just focusing, putting your hand on your stomach and really just like inhale and exhaling it out. Okay. So, but I'm going to do this on the ground so we can feel our belly rise a lot more and just feel that going down. But doing this sitting up is, there's a benefit to it because then the breath will kind of go to the back region, which is super important. Because a lot of, at least COVID patients, they found that while they're lying on their back, their outcomes of healing is a lot less because when they're lying on their back, they don't really get to breathe fully. So they actually found to put them on their side. So you would be able to expand both forward and backwards, that you will feel that. So there's a benefit of sitting up and doing this posture, but I usually like doing this posture first thing in the morning when I wake up, so that I put my hand on my stomach and just begin focusing on the breath, because the ideal time to eliminate is from 5 to 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, that doesn't mean that all of us will do that, but to do that at that time, your body is actually ready. Your colon is actually, like, its internal clock is wired to that time, so that's the ideal time to get up. And so if you notice you're not like eliminating regularly, you might want to actually try to wake up between the hours of 5 to 7 when the colon is awake to help it eliminate. I actually find that sometimes if I overslept, like I wake up at 8 or 9, I don't actually eliminate first thing in the morning. Whereas really the timing and the earth and the magnetism of the world, all of this kind of mysteriously works together. It's magical. You might be like, how? But it does. Okay, it does. We have so many other videos that we actually go into the detail about this, so you can watch those. But for now, we're going to practice. So let's lie down on our backs and in like Shavasana, straight up posture, right? So putting your right hand on your stomach and your left hand on your heart. You can actually put both your hands on your stomach if you like for this, and kind of like make a diamond shapes. This is actually a mudra. So by doing this mudra, you actually also are guiding energy. This is actually the mudra for your uterus. So men, even if that's the case for you, you can also do this mudra. It will just direct energy flow to your second chakra, which is responsible for creativity. So this is really just kind of like building the house. So you can just place your hands on your stomach, or women, you could place it more lower down on your uterus, but wherever you want, you can just like place it on your hands, on your stomach. And then on the inhale, we want to inhale, our belly rises up, okay? So inhale, let's do that. And on the exhale, drop your belly down and almost relax your belly button, and almost try to touch your belly button all the way back to your spine. Okay, so inhale again. Exhale, belly drops down. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly drop down. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly drop down. So you just want to pause here for a second. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. And we want to make sure that each round of our belly breath, that we're really going at its capacity. So we're really, really trying to go all the way up until its edge, like where we can't breathe anymore. And the way we do that is slowly increasing our breath, not like rushing our breath like that. You want to really inhale slowly. And you might actually realize you can't actually do it. You can't actually breathe one continuous long breath, that you'll feel that it's like in the beginning. And that's kind of actually because we haven't really directed breath to the lower hip regions. So the muscles here are weak. People's muscles, this is why we always have like a belly pooch like in the front, is because our breath really just goes down to here. We'll get the top abs, second abs, maybe midline abs if we're lucky, but then the lower abs are just like our breath doesn't go down there. And our breath is like a metabolizer too, so it can actually melt your fat. So if you really focus on breathing down, all the way down, even to your sit bones, that's where breath will go. And every sort of like belly fat region that you want, it will kind of like smooth out here. So there's benefits to that too as well in terms of weight loss, if that's also what you're thinking about. So let's do round 2. And this time we're going to focus on our length. Okay, so on the inhale, belly rise. And exhale, belly drop down. And really try to feel the breath go all the way down to your sit bone and out, kind of like redirect it out. Okay, so inhale again. And on the exhale, belly drop down. And feel your breath kind of like leave your sit bones or your anal region. Inhale, belly rise. And on the exhale, belly drop down. Last one for round 2. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly drop down. So you might be noticing by round 2, you're feeling a lot more centered, a lot more tired. If you can notice, my own voice is a lot more settled, feeling a lot more chill. It's actually really difficult for me to teach breath practices because I calm myself down so much that sometimes I forget that I'm actually teaching a class and need to use energy the next second, or I can't go from 0 to the next. But now that you're all chill, we're going to chill ourselves even more, like 1 degree less. If you feel like the weight of your body is sinking deeper into the ground, fantastic. This time I want you to almost sink so deep and drop all your muscle tension. Sometimes we think we actually need to hold our body up with the ground, but no, actually completely relax yourself as if like the ground is like holding you and you really need to relax yourself, like completely just like drop your arm tension, leg tension, back tension, neck tension, wherever it is. Just release any final last tension that was there. And if any, and now we're gonna relax our bodies even more. So now we have our counts, 4 counts of breath. We're going to breathe deeply and we're going to try to sink our bodies into the ground. And we can feel slowly that our blood is only rushing to here to help digest. So I'm hoping that everyone here has at least given 2 hours, preferably 4 hours before you do this practice, because we want to eliminate and to do this twisting postures, which we're going to do, and actually just bringing our attention to our breath, to our belly, is going to kind of start almost the digestion process, but we don't want to have food in our stomach when we're exercising, because that is not a good idea. So let's start the 3rd round of breath. So inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly drop down. Feeling all the tension kind of leave your body and just sink deeper into the ground, almost merge into the ground. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly drop down. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly drop down. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, body drop down. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly drop down. And just begin going back to your regular breath. So this is a breathing practice that I've actually recorded in the Mama Comfort Toolkit. And I go in a little bit more depth of all the emotions that we kind of store in this area. So if you enjoy that practice and would like to just make the breathing practice your daily habit, like definitely I recommend getting the Mama Comfort Toolkit. Even if you're not a mom, that audio, that 8-minute audio on directing your breath is going to be actually fantastic for you to just eliminate. So even if you're on the cam and you would like to make your bowel movements more regular, just playing that meditation as you relieve yourself and focus on your breath is really going to be monumental. So now we're going to begin slow with our twists. So let's actually just start with our palms facing upward, bend our knees and place our feet, soles of our feet on the ground. So just to loosen up the spine a little bit, we're going to windshield wipe our knees left and right. And just kind of feel how your body feels. So keeping your upper body stationary and only your lower body is moving, right? So you're feeling a bit of stretch on your hip area, like on the outer thighs, on the inner thighs of each leg, and just going back and forth and just kind of like warming up the body here. Now that we're already like super calm and centered from our breathing practice, now all of our attention and our blood flow is already in our stomach region. So we'll be able to very easily eliminate. And I actually just wanted to let you know that if in the middle of this practice, you're feeling like you want to eliminate, you want to go to the bathroom, please pause this video and go to the bathroom. We don't want to hold our bowels in our stomachs. Like if we're feeling the urge that we need to go. And so midway through, who knows, maybe I'll even go too. Like teaching this practice is also going to give me the same sort of physical sensation and desires that you'll be feeling. So who knows? But if the purpose of this is to relieve bloating and to relieve gas, and you're feeling like also, hey, elimination is happening or is wanting to happen, pause this video and go and do that. So we're going to start easy. We're going to close our feet together, knees together. Knees are always together in a twist. Never split the knees apart. Always keep your knees really, really tight because our lower back region can only handle 5 degrees of rotation. So most of our injuries happen actually in the lower back region. And so when we do a twist, we want to be super careful into preventing injuries. So the way we do that is by keeping our knees really seal tight. So if you're sticking your hand between your thighs, you can't even shove your hands between them. Okay, so really, really tight. And here what you want to do, just open your arms out and just kind of like, you can just fall onto the left-hand side first. And you can place your left hand on top of your knees here. And here, you're going to slowly feel a little bit of a stretch on your rib cage area. And that's exactly what you want to feel. Here, we don't want the shoulders to come off the ground. So if the right shoulder is a little bit off, you want to place a blanket underneath so you're not feeling strain on your shoulder. You might even want to prop your elbow up on a pillow, okay? So it's not important to make the arm suffer at all. So what we're focusing on here is the upper twist over here in this region, like right where the rib cage is. Okay, so by doing that, making sure that our upper body is facing upwards, this is where we're going to get the best angle. So just wherever your shoulders are feeling comfortable, whether it's in your arms are facing upwards or just elongated. And you can see how you feel over here. If your neck is feeling like it wants a little stretch too, what you can do is turn your head to the right-hand side and just look at your right arm. And since our theme is also a self-study, we want to also really just be with the sensations in our body right now in every single part and just self-study how our body reacts in a posture like this. How does it feel? And the more we're still and we still focus on our belly breath as we do this, I really want you to focus on the belly breathing throughout this entire sequence. That's why we started with it, is to really warm up the belly and to have that muscle memory. So in this posture, we're going to try to see how much of the belly breath we can increase, because that's going to also help our twist and also eliminate. Whenever you're ready, just bring your neck back to the center and tuck your left arm underneath your left knee, and keeping the knees together, always together. I want you to engage your stomach, tighten your stomach, and lift both knees back to center, helping with the hand as well. And just bring your hands to your knees and just kind of massage your lower back area right here. So drawing circles with the back of your hand, like a 0 on the roof. And you can just feel how your left and your right side both feel. And sometimes these twists kind of actually stretch you out all the way to the crown of your head, to your jaw. So you might be feeling one side is really like relaxed and the other side will be relaxed. So taking our arms like into airplane mode, just like horizontally, keeping the knees very, very tight, 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 tight. Just let it fall to the right-hand side. You might look a little crooked, that's cool. That's totally fine. But if you want, you can tuck the right hip, lift it up a little bit, and then kind of tuck it underneath so that you're getting your upper body is straight and just your hips are moving. So extend the arms out. You can place your right hand on top of your knees. We never want to let the knees fall apart. So if you want to increase the stretch, bring both the knees closer to the right armpit, like whichever armpit it's facing. Take it closer to the hips if you want a deeper stretch. But if you don't want that big of a stretch, you take both the knees down, okay? So, but we want the knees together, tight at all times. And so what we can do is like place the hand on top of the left knee and kind of like by pushing into our right arm, elbow into the ground and lifting our right like rib cage a little to the right hand side. We kind of create more space in between our rib cages. So begin focusing on your breath here. And if you like to give your neck a stretch as well, you can just look at your left arm here and begin focusing on your breath. So if you're feeling gassy here and you're eliminating gas, like that's so fantastic and great for you. Sometimes people can be really embarrassed when that happens in a yoga class. Don't be, like, at least the teacher, if they hear it, like if anything, they should be happy that they're like the postures that they're putting you into is helping you like release like toxins, like gas and all these things. So they're flattered. Nobody should be embarrassed by farting in a yoga class. Definitely not. It's actually a sign that it's working. I used to have students who were always so embarrassed when they would fart or they would burp, but I'm like, literally, this is the best compliment for me. So there's no shame in that. But the best thing about doing yoga at home is that you can burp and fart all you want and just not really care. But since we're really focusing on like alleviating our bloated stomach, then really, if you're feeling like things are starting to move or things are starting to, gas is like moving around, then feel free to like let loose here. Whenever you're ready, bringing your right hand underneath your right knee, squeezing them both together and just massaging your lower back, left and right. You can use your hands and draw like circles with the back of your hands. And just massage and kind of just observe how both sides feel here. and how you should be feeling a little hot and heated in your stomach region. Hopefully a little sweaty even, maybe, who knows? Depending on how much you breathe, it'll depend on your sweat. You might be like, oh, that was super relaxing for me. Or like, I just calmed down, like there was no sweat involved. If you are to engage your breath more, you'll sweat a storm up in your body. So you can actually, without doing any physical movements, you can actually make yourself sweat like a storm. So the breath is really going to help you here. And especially when it comes to breathing in your abdominal region and you're bloated, that's where you're actually helping gas and methane and all the toxins that bacteria kind of release in your stomach to help it be eliminated. So your breath is going to be the cornerstone of this entire practice here. So please make sure that you're focusing on your breath. Your self-study is anchored on your breath. So when you're ready, relax your feet, straighten the feet down. And this time, I want you can actually place both soles of your feet on the ground again. First, extend and just kind of like rebalance yourself. And then extend the left leg straight, lifting the right knee. We're going to do a single-legged twist now. So we're going to just kind of like use the left hand on the outer edge of the right knee and just kind of bring it over. Just kind of guide it over to the left-hand side. And just extend your arms out here. And so you might feel a deeper stretch here, or just like a one-legged stretch here. And the best thing about doing isolated like legs, you get to see which leg is your strength leg, which leg is the leg that you are feeling a bit more easy to stretch. So you want to try to keep both the shoulders on the ground as much as possible. So the way you can do that is by pushing your elbow on the ground and kind of lifting your left chest, corner of your chest above as much as possible. Kind of point your nipples towards the roof. So you're really twisting your upper body to the sky. And here we are, our lower body is kind of twisted to the one region. And again, bringing our focus to our breath. I don't know if you just heard that in my stomach, but things are clearly moving and being guided outwards. We're getting close. I can hear the elimination. So really focusing on your breath here. Each time we're here on the side, we really want to like focus on breathing like 4 times, like 4 breaths, 4 inhales and 4 exhales. To like really relax our body. So over here, we're going to take our left leg and put it on the inner corner of our right leg and slowly just guide it back to center here. And just bring the left leg to the right here and just massage the lower back and just see how it feels. You might have felt an inner, like a stretch on your inner thigh region, right thigh region for this. And just kind of like see how the right and the left side might feel a little different. This is a part of our self-study, just noticing how our body feels and just really paying attention to the sensations in our body. And you can just guide your knees in a circular motion. And whenever you're ready, just relax both legs down straight and kind of, and then bend both the knees. I would extend the right knee straight and then lifting the left knee closer to our stomach and using the right arm and the back of the on the outer edges of the left knee and just kind of guide it down. So using your right elbow, kind of lift your right corner of your rib cage up and over so that you're moving your upper body more towards, facing it towards the ceiling. So over here, you want to focus on your breath again. And if you'd like an additional twist, you can look at your left arm and just focus on your breath. Whenever you're ready, bringing your right hand on the inner side of your left leg and slowly guide it back to center. And bringing the right knee to the left and just kind of like shimming left and right, and just relaxing it, massaging the lower back. And kind of notice that if there were any tight regions on the lower back, like maybe this practice has kind of like opened it up a little bit after doing 2 different twists on each side of the body. And now just relaxing both soles of the feet onto the ground. Now we're going to do a cross-legged twist. So this is by far the most advanced type of twist. And usually after doing the first 2, you kind of get a little warmed up. So you want to cross your right knee on top of your left, like keep your knees really, really tight. If you can like hook your right foot underneath your left leg, great, that's even better. And then drop it to the left side. So you might notice here that you will need to move your upper body even more. So push your left elbow up and lift up your left rib cage. So you're twisting the upper body to the ceiling. And you want to focus on your breath again. You might hear some crackling, some more stomach movements at this point. This is where my stomach is. By the 3rd one, it's really ready. I'm hoping you guys heard that. I'm hoping your stomachs are making some noise too, that you can actually literally hear your bowel movements like moving throughout your body. Yoga talks about a healthy spine is a healthy life, and a twist is the most important. And part of that health of the spine is being able to see how much you can eliminate any toxins that you ingested, thought about, or whatever in this life. The better you can eliminate either your thoughts, your mind, your literal feces, that's like an indication of health, that you're not really holding anything in your body that's like not to your highest good. So twists take care of the spinal health, and also that helps you eliminate the toxins. So it has double effect here. So you can also notice like your face, you might have like an extra glow after you eliminate, because really like all the corners and crevices of your intestine have been squeezed and massaged here to eliminate to various degrees with these postures. So the more you focus on your breath, the deeper the massage of the intestinal linings happen. So you might see here also, you might enjoy looking at your right hand as well for an additional neck stretch. Whenever you're ready, bring your left hand underneath your right knee, squeezing your stomach, and kind of help guide it back to the center. And uncross your legs here. And here we're going to windshield wipe our knees left and right, just to kind of relax the legs. And hopefully you will notice the distinction between your right and your left side, and how deep of a stretch that was, and what a difference it makes to your entire body. So we're going to balance it out with the left side soon. So whenever you felt like you've completely relaxed the right leg, and you feel there's no stagnant energy or stagnation of any kind, then you can move on to the left leg. Whatever that is, bringing the feet together, left leg crossing onto the right, and just kind of, and if you can tuck your left knee under your right leg, it's great. And when you're twisting over, you can actually kind of hook it down. And also the same principle, if your knees are closer to your armpits, then it's a deeper stretch. So you can just kind of see here with your left and your right side, how you're feeling on both sides. So bringing our attention back to our belly breath. You can take your gaze to your left hand side, feel like a neck stretch as well. You might notice a deeper stretch on your left hip area when that happens. See if you can notice your body really relax into the postures, or really open up as you breathe with every breath. Notice the rib cage, and making a little bit more space and room, the hip region. Whenever you're ready, taking the right hand underneath the inner corners of your left leg, slowly guide it back to center. Uncross your left leg and kind of windshield wiping both legs, left and right. Just kind of see how you feel here. Just relaxing. And whenever you're ready, bringing the feet together. And here you can see how much you can go, how far you can go. You might want to bring 2 pillows underneath the outer edges of your knee. We're going to do a reclining butterfly that we're going to bring the soles of our feet together and kind of just like open our knees apart. And if your knees are feeling a little bit tender, so underneath your knees over here, you want to be placing pillows to like kind of like prop it up. We don't want to go all the way to our edge because we want to be here for a little bit. And so that's usually going to open up naturally on its own. So try to prop it up to your comfortable edge where you're feeling a little bit, and just kind of like allow gravity to kind of like let loose and let it relax. And whilst you're here, you can just also bring your focus to your breath and onto your belly. And just focus on some belly breathing here. And kind of send the breath down to your inner groin area where you're feeling the stretch. You might feel a bit wonky after the twists, and doing this open butterfly kind of just like makes sure that the front half of your body is kind of like opening up. So notice if you feel tension or a bit more tightness on a certain area or side of the body, like maybe on your left knee, on your right inner groin, or your right shoulder, your left jaw, whatever it is for you. Just kind of notice by doing this open butterfly, we're kind of like balancing and opening out, like almost like a book, our body to really stretch out any kinks that were there before. And kind of bring back the theme of self-steady here, just noticing where in our bodies are tighter than others, and just like learning a little bit more about our bodies and just getting curious. Whenever you're ready, bringing both the hands on the outer edges of the inner thighs, and kind of do one leg at a time, lifting up the right leg back to center, and then kind of like moving all the way to the left to bring both knees back to the center. Do this very slowly because the inner groin has been open for a bit. So we want to just like lift up and just massage our lower back and make sure that it is good on the back side as well. As much as we were opening up the front, the back and the lower back was also being stretched as well. And kind of twist it in the opposite area, kind of like going both sides. And whenever you're ready here, we're going to go into Shavasana. So lie down flat on your flats with your palms facing upward. And I highly encourage you stay for this practice, because for the Yoga Nidra, whenever we do a Yoga Nidra, it kind of brings the body back to its center point so that the body knows how to heal itself at this point when it's calm. The body has its own natural healing mechanism that it can heal anything naturally on its own. But the prerequisite is that you need to be calm, in a calm sympathetic state, which is where we're trying to get our stomachs at, with our belly breathing and things like that. So don't skip out on the Yoga Nidra. They're really important in that they really help deepen. So the Yoga Nidra is going to be a systematic relaxation practice. You can drink some water if you have some. And whenever you're ready, get a blanket, lie down flat on the ground. We're going to listen to an audio meditation together. This Yoga Nidra, I haven't posted this on our YouTube channel, but there are two very similar Yoga Nidras, which repeat the Alláh-U-Abhás for a shorter period of time. But this one is 285 times, which is 3 rounds of 95 Alláh-U-Abhás. So almost like creating for each part of the body, you're like creating something. So
lie down on your back and get into a comfortable posture with a blanket on top of you. Remain in complete stillness for the remaining meditation. You may make your final adjustments now. In this meditation, rotate your attention towards different parts of your body and repeat silently in your mind the greatest name, Alláh-U-Abhá, as guided. Feel the vibrational sound of this sacred phrase reverberate in each part of your body, which will be repeated a total number of 285 times, equivalent 3 times 95 times. 3 is numerically significant because all things brought into creation requires 3 things. For example, a mother, a father, and baby. With the 3 times of repetition, we hope the creative power of the greatest name, Alláh-U-Abhá, be made manifest within you. 95 is numerically significant in the Baha'i faith as it represents saying it for the sake of God, Ilah. Refer to our Bicentenary Meditation Project blog for more information on the greatest name. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your body. Focus on your inhales and focus on your exhales, completely dropping any tension you have remaining in your body. Feel your body become really heavy. Bring your awareness to the right hand thumb. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Index finger. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Middle finger. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Ring finger. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Little finger. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Palm of the hand. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Back of the hand. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Wrist, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Lower arm, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Elbow, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Upper arm, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá. Alláh-U-Abhá. Shoulder, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Right side of the waist. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Hip, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Thigh, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Knee, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Lower leg, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Ankle, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Heel, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Sole of the foot, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Top of the foot, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Right big toe, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Second toe, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Third toe, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Fourth toe, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Fifth toe, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Bring your awareness to the left hand and continue to repeat the sacred phrase, Alláh-U-Abhá, along with the repetition in your mind, and feel its vibration on the following areas of the body. Left hand thumb, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Index finger, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Middle finger, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Ring finger, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Little finger, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Palm of the hand, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Back of the hand, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Wrist, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Lower arm, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Elbow, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Upper arm, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Shoulder, all sides, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. left side of the waist. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Hip. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Thigh, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Knee, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Lower leg, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Ankle, all sides. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Heel. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Sole of the foot. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Top of the foot. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Left big toe. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Second toe. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Third toe. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Fourth toe. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Fifth toe. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Bring your awareness to the top of the head and continue to repeat the sacred phrase, Alláh-U-Abhá, along with the repetition, silently in your mind, and feel its vibration on the following areas of the body. Top of the head, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Forehead, all around. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Right eyebrow. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Left eyebrow. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Eyebrow center. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Right eye. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Left eye. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Right temple. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Left temple. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Right ear. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Left ear. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Right cheek. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Left cheek. Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá, Alláh-U-Abhá. Nose. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Upper lip. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Lower lip. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Teeth. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Chin. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Front of the neck. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Heart center. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Rib cage. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Upper abdomen. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Navel center. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Lower abdomen. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Pelvis. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Bring your awareness to the back side of the body and continue to repeat the sacred phrase Alláh-U-Abhá along with the repetition silently in your mind and feel its vibration on the following areas of the body. Sit bones. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Low back. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Mid back. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Upper back. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 The whole spine. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Back of the neck. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Back of the head. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Top of the head. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Bring awareness to the right side of the body. Bring awareness to the right side of the body. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Now the left side of the body. Now the left side of the body. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Front of the body. Front of the body. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 Back of the body. Back of the body. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 And now the whole body. The whole body. The whole body. Alláh-U-Abhá. 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 feel your entire body vibrating and pulsating with the sound Alláh-U-Abhá, 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 Alláh-U-Abhá. Feel your vibration intensify and expand outwards to touch the surfaces around and beyond.
Slowly, slowly, bringing your attention to your breath. Increasing your inhales and your exhales. Slowly begin to move your fingertips and your toes. Begin to move your wrists and your ankles. Laying the soles of your feet on the ground. And then stretch your arms up and above your head. Just give your body a full stretch. Whenever you're ready, turning to your right hand side. Form a pillow with your right arm. Keep the left arm in front of your chest. And focus on your breath here. And whenever you're ready, come into a seated posture, keeping your eyes closed throughout the rest of the practice. Bring the palms of your hand in front of your chest. Just rub them gently. And kind of rub your arms. Massage your other arm. And your legs. Bring the palm of your hands in front of your chest. And then take it up to your third eye. May your thoughts. And then take it down to your lips. May your words. And then take it down to your heart. May your heart's intentions all be aligned into one. And expressed in one line. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. Namaste. Hope you guys enjoyed this practice and hoping that you're feeling like you can relieve your bowel movements today. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this. Keep this saved somewhere if you want for any time you feel like you need a bit of help with your elimination. Like you can come back to this practice anytime you want. And I'll see you next week.